All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Takes from Lakes podcast. I'm James, and I'm joined by the best co-host of all time, Nash Phillips. It's been quite a while. It's December 16th. Christmas is right around the corner. I'm back in Virginia Beach, the hometown for winter break. Semester ended a couple days ago, so we're back in the VB flow of things. But yeah, Nash, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. School and things are winding down.
Mhm.
James, of course, is already off school. Basketball season is in full swing. Um, and things are good. There's some important things happening tomorrow, but I'm just not even going
Mhm.
to talk about it. Um,
Yep.
and there's a
Keep the
lot of
good energy
sports
in
to
the room.
cover. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Manifesting, as they say.
Exactly. That is what they say
Um,
after all. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I got a LeBron Space Jam Funko Pop at Journalism
Wow.
Secret Santa,
Oh, that
which
that's
is
actually fire.
it's actually really cool.
But who gave you that? Who's your Secret Santa?
Shout out Kaylin Hawkins. It's actually
Nice.
like they passed out the little sheet, and I low-key feel bad for this because I realized after the fact that I like handcuffed my person, but they
Yeah.
like they like wrote all the it's like favorite drink. I wrote like LeBron Hennessy. And then like favorite person, I wrote LeBron. So like all the
Um,
answers, I just wrote something like LeBron related.
all right. And
So
are you really even that much of a LeBron like fan? Like,
no, not I mean, I will say he's like anybody who thinks he's not the GOAT is like
yeah.
that's ridiculous to me. So like
hmm
I am a big like LeBron defender in that way, but
Yeah.
no, like
I
he's
mean,
not. But
clearly.
it's pretty
Yeah.
fun to be a
Yeah, of course.
LeBron
The
fan.
hopping on the like LeBron like glaze, if you
It's
will,
so
trend is
fun.
it's pretty fun. Especially when lots of
Every
people around you are doing it.
yeah. All my
But
comments on Instagram posts are just LeBron gifs.
hmm Yeah, it's a pretty safe play. Can really
Um,
apply to any post, if you will.
so
But
yeah, I was trying to put this in the pod setup somehow, but it's not gonna work because if I put it here, it just falls down. So
mm,
it's fine.
have to get a little Stanford or something. Yeah, gotta
Yeah.
put that back up. But yeah, I mean, lots of stuff to talk about. It's been a while, so we can really go in any direction here. But I mean, MLB offseason, Heisman voting just happened. NFL regular season's kind of wrapping up. NBA is happening. College basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to go with first?
Okay, so let's talk about the Heisman race and then let's talk about Juan Soto. Those are like the two biggest
Okay,
pieces of news. And then we can talk about like actual like
the
sports
NFL,
stuff. I'm not that that's
actual
not
sport.
sport, not that that's not sports stuff, but I feel like it's
Yeah,
just like oh, like
yeah.
headlines and stuff.
The in season. Well, I guess college football's in season. Well, technically regular season
Yeah,
is
but
over,
we're
but
not talking
the
about
in
like
season
college
stuff.
football games. We're just talking about like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
Uh, so
I know what you mean.
do you think the committee made the right call on the Heisman?
I I'm not a guy to be like openly like, oh wow, Genti, blah blah blah. But I still think Genti should have won. I mean, dude had like an insane year. Yes, I mean he played against kind of Mickey Mouse comp, but then again, like they didn't have the most Mickey Mouse schedule. Like I know they were in the Mountain West and all that, but they still like they are the 3 seed in the playoff because they won or they went undefeated and they were the highest ranked what's it non-power four I guess
Yeah,
team.
I mean their only
But
loss
like,
was to Oregon, and it
or
wasn't
yeah, I
even
said about
bad.
undefeated, but yeah, they're only lost to Oregon. Exactly, it was a close game. They easily could have won that game. But I mean, I think he should have won. If you switch them, I mean, it might be a bad argument because it's more like a stats based award. But like, if you put Genty on Colorado, Colorado's probably making the playoff like pretty easily. I mean, then again, they're really only one game away from it. And if you put Travis Hunter on Boise State, I don't think they're making the playoff. I think they're losing to the one of the two times they play them, and therefore don't make it. But I think Genty should have won. I mean, 2,000 yards was like 29 touchdowns, something like that. I mean, it's tough. I mean, Travis Hunter was literally insane. It's like a once in a generation type player, but
Yeah, but
I'm not one to be like openly like,
just
oh my God.
just
But
because his talent was like, yeah, I'm not. It's not like the worst robbery ever because I see the value. And I
mm,
especially see the value. He's a better defensive player than he is offensive, and he
yeah,
was still a phenomenal receiver.
yeah. And that's the thing about
But
like
he's
being like a good
yeah,
defense player. It's hard to like quantify because like okay, he
yeah,
has 4 picks, but like even then
yeah.
you can't. It's hard to quantify being a good
I
corner.
mean, one thing you notice about like all the top receivers in the NFL, like so Sauce right now, that is
Yeah.
Sauce, Trent McDuffie, Pat Surtain. They don't
Hmm.
have Sauce got his first interception in like since his rookie season last week.
Yeah.
And like that's because a good cornerback doesn't have the ball thrown at them.
Yeah.
So like
Hmm.
same thing with tackles. Like he didn't have that many tackles. Like okay, whatever. So
Did
he
McDuffie
was a
just get
great
his
corner.
first INT yesterday?
Yeah, yeah. No, it
Yeah.
was I didn't even but yeah, so McDuffie got his first INT. Um and so it's like defensively I get the Travis Hunter hype, but he also didn't do enough just as a corner to be the Heisman.
Hmm.
And snaps are not a stat.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they
um
were milking that. Like you watch the broadcast, it's like 1,000 blah 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 snaps played, most in FBS. It's like, all right, like I don't really care. Like he plays both sides of the ball. Like I get it. But yeah,
and
I don't know.
he's
It's a
good at
tough
both sides of the
decision.
ball. The bigger robbery was the Bolitnikov.
With he won it,
His
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
He should have been third
Hmm.
is the
Behind
crazier
Ted
thing.
McMillan and what's his face Nash,
No. Yeah, Nick Nash should have won it. And
and Ted
then Ted
McMillan second.
McMillan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Zay or like honestly, there's an argument for Xavier Restrepo over
Yeah.
Travis Hunter as well. So
Hmm.
I don't know. But if you go by the logic that he's the best receiver in college football, plus the cornerback stuff, like I get it. Um,
Yeah.
but Genty also broke the record, so like, or is going to
Yeah.
break the record.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Gentsy's on his villain arc now. He's gonna go insane in the playoff. I wouldn't be surprised if Boise State wins a game. I mean they're gonna play who's the six? Is it Penn
Penn
State?
State,
Gonna play Penn State probably.
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
yeah. How
Um,
about the transfer portal? I got,
yeah,
I watched like the ticker for KU, and it says, Jalen Daniels agrees to terms on a new deal. Like
it's literally insane, bro.
so insane.
I
Bryce
know. It's
Underwood
like,
flipping to Michigan for 10 million.
yeah, that's insane. The
I
Quinn
mean, go
Ewers
blue, I
like
guess.
a surprise Big Ten team offering 10 mil to come to them to not declare for the draft. But I've heard it's like Iowa potentially, which would be kind of sick if they got Quinn. I don't know, but they just had a good
That's
quarterback.
just like so bogus though. AJ DeBanza for basketball, apparently
Yeah,
he's making 7 million next
yeah.
year.
His high school's in Utah, right?
Yeah, no, everybody knew he was going. The problem is KU is his number two, but like I should never have gotten fooled because like
Yeah,
all signs pointed to BYU from the start.
yeah. And they have like insane donors. Not saying that KU doesn't, but I
No,
mean he
dude,
was
those
gonna get big money wherever he
Mormons.
went. Yeah, no, really.
KU doesn't
Um,
need the money.
yeah. They didn't have to put all their chips in on Debance, so they'll just get another dude. But yeah,
Yeah,
anyways,
Darren Peterson, that's our guy. But
mhm,
anyways, um,
yeah. NL's insane. I mean, it's like
yeah.
it's a slippery slope because like I mean, yes, you want them to like it makes sense that they should get like some revenue from obviously the image likeness. But some of the contract stuff is literally insane. I mean, it's hard to defend. And the
Yeah, I
transferring
mean,
stuff.
they should have made it harder for like, because basically what it is like donor groups affiliated with the school or like boosters are
Yeah,
paying the players. And so
yeah.
like they should have made it harder for stuff like that to happen.
Hmm. Like even the playing field, sort of.
But I will say that like NIL is a necessity. Like
Yeah.
these players are such big names now, like it's unavoidable.
Hmm.
So I'm not so mad about the NIL part, but it is like slightly unfortunate what it's doing to the landscape.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I mean, same thing with like the one and done era. Like everybody complained about
Hmm.
that. Like now that might go away, which like, is that a
Yeah.
good thing?
Wait,
I guess
really?
that's
Is
just
that there's like
college
talk about
basketball,
that?
but well, I mean, it's
Like
already
making them,
started to happen in women's college basketball, like
well, yeah, making them stale
partially
for.
because they don't make as much
Mm. Yeah.
in the WNBA. But like yeah, so like they're talking about like especially if somebody has a bad year, like but is like still a big name in college, like why would you go to the
Hmm.
draft and be the 28th pick when you can make
Oh
like a
yeah.
few $1 million in college and improve your draft stock. Like it's less of
Hmm.
a so there the thought is that there'll only be like a few one and dones every year now at this point, as opposed to like
Yeah. I
an
thought you were saying
entire
like
class.
the like NCAA was like imposing like a rule on not allowing one and dones, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
No, but it'll just happen
There's
naturally.
yeah, yeah, yeah. People stand because they can stay for money that they maybe not quite the same money, but for money that they would have gotten with the NBA anyways, and improve their
Yeah.
draft stock. But
Yeah.
it's interesting. But we'll see. I mean, I'd be a big fan of like in college football, like you transfer once, okay, like the second time you transfer, you have to sit a year. I'd be a fan of that. I know there's been some chatter about that just to kind of stop the year to year sort of contract, free agent stuff. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely college football is a lot different than it was 10 years ago, even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, they'll get it
so
sorted, but
yeah, be interesting. Interesting
um,
when and how.
okay.
Um,
So the Soto deal, what do you think?
I mean, I love it. There's plenty of Yankees fans on my floor. Some of my better friends are Yankees fans, so the joy that I felt when I figured out he was signing with the Mets was kind of a feeling like no other. For a second, I did think the Sox. I mean, the Sox offered him 700 mil, so there was a little bit of hope. But obviously, I don't even know why I thought he'd ever be a Red Sox. But I mean, in the end, the Yankees did offer him 760. It was over, I think 16, so it was a little bit less AAV. But I mean, nobody was gonna outbid Cohen. He was just gonna go to whoever gave him the most money. And his contract, it's gonna end up being over 800 mil because they have a team option after I think it's fourth or fifth year. And if they like accept it, if they keep him, they pay him 55 mil a year. So it's basically a 15-year, $800 million contract. And like I just nobody was outbidding Cohen. He didn't care about anything with the Yankees. He just wanted to go wherever gave him the most money. And like you see stuff about him, like, oh, he'd beef with the security guard at Yankee Stadium, blah blah blah. It's like, all right, dude, let's
Yeah.
just stop overthinking this. Like he's a Scott Boras client. If you're a Scott Boras client, you will have to. You basically have no choice. You have to go to whatever team gives you the most money. And that was the Mets. So I mean,
Yeah.
he's gonna get booed very hard at Yankee Stadium, but definitely it's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not the baseball expert I once was. Like,
Hmm.
is he really worth $800 million? That's more than Shohei is
Yeah,
making, right? Like,
yeah,
well more.
total. Yeah. He's not like he's worth 550, like 40 AV maybe a year, but with baseball you have to. If you don't overpay for a player, you're not going to get him. So I mean that's in like you value like we did like a mini mock in our sport or baseball analytics club at Syracuse. It was like basically the way MLB teams evaluate contracts is every year there's a total $1 million per war. So if Juan Soto, like last year, I think it was like 11 million per one war. So if Juan Soto was a 5 war player, he'd be a 55 million a year dollar player. And that's how contracts really are evaluated. And so if you kind of use that model and like evaluate for regression every year, he's kind of worth more like that 550, 600 mil. Um, like taking it for value, but obviously like you can't pay him that or else you'd be like the seventh highest bidder in the league. Um, so he's not worth 800 mil. He's gonna play out to probably like a $500 million value, 550 million, but I don't know, like that's just a thing you can't. In baseball too, no salary cap with bidders like Cohen, it's literally insane. Um, but yeah. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
just
I
my
mean,
opinion on it.
like, I appreciate that there are owners who are willing to just like shell out ridiculous amounts of money. I
Hmm.
also like, and I know there's stipulations with it, like team options and things. Like, he's not going to be good till he's 41.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's like kind of ridiculous at this point. Like, they're either going to trade him at some point,
Yeah. I mean,
which
it's
does
crazy.
happen. Like, because we'll see with the inflation of the market, like that contract will become less and less absurd over
Hmm.
time. But
Yeah.
like, he's basically guaranteed to be a Met until he gets traded or retires. And so it's
Yeah.
like, that's, there's nothing wrong with that. But just like, you're paying him so much to the point where you have to overpay into his year 40 and year 41 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a little bit absurd to me. But he is probably like behind Shohei and like Judge, maybe Gunnar Henry. I mean, he's a top five player in baseball.
Hmm. Yeah. I
Bobby
mean,
Witt, maybe.
yeah. I mean, he's a top five hitter, but then you take in like he can't field. Like he was one of the worst outfielders defensively last year. Like he's gonna be DH like for the
Yeah,
Mets. If not next year, like within the next
yeah.
3 years. So you're paying 800 mil for a DH. And like then again, he's a 26-year-old generational hitter, but
Well,
I
yeah.
mean that's what they have to pay him. It's just crazy. But yeah.
I mean, he's not. It's not one of those things like where he can't. I guess everybody can field a little bit, but like
Mm,
he's serviceable in the outfield if you need him to be.
yeah.
Especially like City Field's not like super difficult to play right
Yeah.
field in.
Hmm.
Um, it's not like a Giancarlo Stanton situation where you just like can't even move.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like it was kind of weird watching that series.
Yeah.
Honestly, like that was really the first time I tuned in to the like a full Yankees game in a while. But
The
like
last game.
he can barely walk. Like,
Stanton.
yeah.
Yeah, it's dude, he's insane.
Um,
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see though. Yankees ever responded a little bit. They signed Max Fried, traded for Devin Williams. So we'll see. Lots of big signings though.
oh my
MLB.
gosh, did you see the or the Devin Williams I almost said Darren Williams. Yikes.
Yeah.
Devin Williams like beard shave,
Yeah. Oh
the
my God,
Yankees
bro.
it's so
It's
bad.
the stupidest. I've seen like a not Acuna, a Tatis. Like if he was on the Yankees, like you can't like no long hair, no beard. It's like oh my God, it's the stupidest rule in sports. But yeah, no, it's funny. Like Kyle Tucker too. Kyle Tucker on the Cubs now too. Big trade.
Yeah.
He's gonna get 400 mil. Kyle Tucker will next off season if they don't
I
extend him
mean,
now. But
he's so how old is he now?
he's young. He's like I think he's 26 too.
Because I feel
Let's
like
see.
I feel like he was a prospect for
20
so long.
27. Yeah, no, he came into the league young. He's gonna get so much money. He has like comparable numbers to Soto. Obviously
Yeah,
not quite up to the level, but he's insane. Under the
yeah.
radar trade, but
And I mean,
yeah, MLB
the
offseason.
craziest part is that the Dodgers are still gonna win it.
Yeah, it's they're gonna get like Roki Sasaki. I don't know if you know about him, but like
Yeah,
he's a generational pitcher from Japan that'll get signed for the minimum, or I don't know if it's a minimum, but like 5 mil a year. I mean, he's gonna go to the Dodgers. They're just gonna win next year. Um, but yeah, on MLB
who
offseason,
did the
lots of stuff.
Orioles just sign?
They got
Um,
another Japanese guy, um,
yeah,
that I didn't know about.
he looked tough.
Yeah, I
Um,
didn't know about him at all beforehand, but kind of
yeah,
overshadowed by Sasaki. But
watched a little
we'll
John
see.
Boy on him.
Mm. Yeah, well, I
Shout out
gotta check
John
that
Boy.
out. Yeah, for real. But yeah, Garrett Crochet traded to the Red Sox. Traded away Kyle Teal, good catcher prospect. I like that trade. A couple other big guys to sign though: Corbin Burns, Teoscar Hernandez, Bregman. Um, Lots of trade talks. Pretty, I mean, super awesome MLB offseason. Definitely the
Yeah,
most, a lot of stuff going on compared to the past couple of years.
Sox looking decent for you. Royals
Yeah,
really not much has changed. But I
mm,
think as long as we have Wit, we'll be slightly
yeah,
competitive.
pretty much. Yeah.
Um,
Um, but yeah,
what else is? I mean, yeah. Should we move on to We can talk about college basketball, or we can talk about the NFL.
I really don't have much in
James,
college basketball, but
yeah, James
all I
won
have to
his
say on
fantasy.
that, oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
fan, I got shouted out. One my fantasy playoff match, a bit of a stressor. Shout out Aaron Jones, Sam Darnold, and Justin Jefferson. I basically have the whole Vikings offense on my team, which is pretty lit because they've been great all year. And yeah,
bro. My team got hot at the worst time.
yeah, you got the highest score this week, right? You scored like
Yeah,
180.
180.
Yeah, that's insane.
I think I have the two highest scores all year.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
No, I would have had a first round bye if Josh Allen didn't have that receiving and passing touchdown on the same play. Like I lost that week because of that. It's literally insane. So thank God I won because I would have been pissed. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, I mean, going back to college basketball, I don't really have much to say on that other than Syracuse basketball is probably one of the worst Power Five teams, Power Four team. I guess Power
Have
Five
you
would be
been to
the
any
easiest in the.
games?
Yeah, I went to I've been to three, I think.
Are they
Um
lit?
I mean, I couldn't go to the Georgetown game because I was home, but even that, I mean, there was like 17K there, which is like a decent amount of people. But when they play like Youngstown State, like not that many people go. But like Duke game, that's gonna be packed. Um, but I mean, it's been kind of disappointing. Like they're so bad, it's insane.
And
Um,
I bet this makes you feel validated about Red Autry a little
oh
bit.
my God, yeah, I mean, I hated him before the year, and now
Yeah.
he's getting hate on by like the whole fan base. It's like, all right, thank God we're finally realizing this guy sucks.
I mean, Donnie
He's
Freeman
so
is a
bad. Oh, he's
baller.
so good. He's so good. Even
Choppa Moore's a
Choppa's been
baller.
balling. We have a
Kyle Cuff's a baller. Shout out KU.
no shout out KU. I mean they have a great team build. It's just they don't like they're just not well coached. It's so bad. Um, but yeah, we'll look into like seven ACC wins. I think we'll win like 13 games. I'd be surprised if we win more than
Let me
that.
find the record right now.
We're 5-5 with
Oh,
all. I think all five of our losses are to like Power Five teams.
but you lost
And
to
we
Georgetown. Ooh.
yeah. We barely beat Lemoyne, who's just now a D1 team. Barely beat I mean Colgate's not that bad, but we barely beat them. Barely beat Youngstown. Oh, we played Youngstown State to double overtime. I was at that game. Um, but yeah, they're
Okay.
horrible.
Now, to be fair, all of their games are close. Yeah, I mean, this just tells me it's really a coaching issue.
Yeah. Texas, we should have won
Like,
that game.
yeah, so like started off 3-0, played three terrible teams,
Barely won.
lost to Texas barely. And Texas is good. Lost to
Yeah.
Texas Tech barely, also good.
Hmm.
Um, beat Cornell, lost to Tennessee, obviously. That's one of the
Yeah.
best teams in the country.
Hmm.
Barely lost to Notre Dame, beat Albany, and barely lost to Georgetown.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, there's hope.
It's just defense down the
Eddie
stretch.
Lampkin Jr. playing for a bad team is kind of crazy. He's such a winning player to me.
I know, yeah. Has he made the tournament all 4 years he's played?
He was on Colorado last year,
TCU 2 years ago, or
TCU
for the
before
first.
that. Yeah, he was on TCU for like the first part of his career, and then he went
Yeah.
Colorado, Syracuse.
Mm,
Maybe, maybe. At
interesting.
TCU, definitely. I guess Colorado was in the
Colorado
tournament last.
last
Yeah,
year,
so
yeah.
probably, unless TCU didn't make it like his freshman year.
Yeah. Mm,
So yeah, I mean, there's hope. Like by the time you're a senior, because Donnie Freeman's not going to be, he won't get drafted. Um,
yeah. I hope he says we get Sadiq White and Keon. Um, so yeah,
Keon,
we'll
what's
see.
it? Oh yeah, Cayenne.
Yeah. I think it's Keon. I think that's how he's I honestly I don't have full confirmation. That just seems like
Well, everybody calls him
the
Kai.
hmm. I honestly don't even know.
I think it's Cayenne. Hold on. I think we have to
Cayenne.
look this up,
Cayenne. I think
actually.
Cayenne, I can never remember. Um,
You
but dude,
do go to
yeah.
Syracuse, so like I'm not gonna argue. I think we
Dude,
just gotta look it
nobody
up.
know. Honestly, though, nobody knows. Cayenne. I think it's Cayenne. Cayenne. Keon. I don't know. But yeah, Syracuse
I
basketball,
forget. Can you
decent.
hear?
I don't think so.
You hear this?
No, what is it?
I'm Krista Pete here with Kai and Anthony with USA
Yeah,
Basketball.
it's
Cayenne.
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 Yeah,
Okay. Guess my Syracuse ball knowledge was right, thankfully. But
yeah.
yeah, we'll see. But anything else you got to say for college basketball? KU's doing pretty
Um,
well, right? Obviously.
I mean, yeah, we had a really bad week. We lost to
Hmm.
Missouri and Creighton. We're both like solid, but we shouldn't have lost. I think
Hmm.
we're bad on the road. And like our transfers are still getting like AJ Storr just still doesn't look like himself.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, Bill Self neuters his transfers, but like I don't think it's that. I think it's more just like the transfer portal is kind of an odd thing, and they're not all going to work out.
Yeah.
Um, and like Dickinson just isn't that good.
Yeah. He's just.
I don't think he's a dirty player. Like I think a lot of that's like a little overblown. Like that kick during the
Yeah.
Duke game was like he was trying to get up. Um,
Hmm.
but I kind of on the low think our freshman big that comes off the bench is better.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Flory Badunga.
Flory Badunga. Yeah. Um,
he's tough.
yeah.
And
I
then
just don't
we
think
have a
Dickinson's just good at basketball. Like I just don't think he's good at
yeah,
basketball.
yeah.
He's just big.
Um, I mean, yeah, and then like he had like almost a triple double last game against NC State, but then like it just wasn't like we were always gonna win that game.
Yeah.
So it's like he's good in games that don't matter.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm,
who else is like Trey Johnson is the best freshman in the country, from Texas. He's
mm.
so good. Um, what else is interesting? Page's son
I
is
don't know.
balling at Cal.
Mm.
Um, the SEC is like insane.
Auburn's been doing well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Auburn, Tennessee, Kentucky. Ole Miss is really good. Matthew something or other. Um, Cooper Flag is, I mean, like as advertised, but not quite as good.
Yeah. Who's gonna be number two
Uh,
pick this year?
Probably Ace Bailey from Rutgers,
Yeah.
Or
What's Dylan
Dylan
Harper
Harper
going?
also
Yeah,
from
that's what I said.
Rutgers.
That's insane, the fact that
Um,
they're
like Dylan Harper makes sense, but Ace Bailey doesn't at all. Because
there.
Dylan Harper's dad and brother both went there.
Mm.
Um, Michigan is solid from Yale, who's like
With who? You cut
Dan
out.
Michigan. Danny
Mm.
Wolf.
Danny Wolf, yeah. Yeah,
He's
that's right. I
really
remember
solid.
watching him at Yale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um, yeah, I mean, it's kind of too early to tell. Like I could pull up, see if anything jumps out at me from the AP poll, but other than that, we can kind of move on to NFL if you'd like.
okay.
Or let's get your like bracket prediction for the college football playoff.
Okay. Let me pull up the games. Let's see. Okay. I think Texas Clemson, watch out for Clemson. Like seriously, I don't know. I gotta get I mean they're playing
No,
super well.
Texas is winning that game.
I don't know. I think Texas is gonna win, but I would
Texas
watch
is
out.
winning that
Like
game and covering. Texas is covering.
what's the spread? Like it's probably gonna be 11 and a half down. I would take the spread in that for Clemson, but I think Texas is gonna win. OSU, Tennessee. I mean, I think it's probably gonna be OSU. Uh, I don't really. I
Ryan
mean,
Day's
these are all
allergic to the
run.
big game.
Yeah, I think he'll get one big game. I don't think he'll do much beyond that, but we'll see. Penn State, SMU. This is probably, in my opinion, the worst game of the first round. I think Penn State's gonna destroy them. Um, Notre Dame. I mean, it's hard
Notre
not to
Dame
pick all the.
wins.
Yeah, it's hard not to pick all the favorites, the home teams, but. I don't know. I mean, Indiana's a cool story, but they really haven't played anybody except for Ohio State the whole year. So, Notre Dame, I'll take that.
They got dog walked.
Yeah, really.
Uh,
Texas ASU, I'm taking ASU. Dude, they've been on
no,
an
no,
absolute
no.
heater. They've been on a heater.
Scadaboo's good, but they're only winning if Clemson somehow pulls off the upset.
Hey, we'll
Like
see.
they're
I'm
just
taking
not
ASU over
like
Texas.
as much as I'm like a Big 12 truther when it comes to basketball, like the Big 12 just isn't strong enough in football.
Yeah.
They're bad. They're
Hey,
bad in
we'll
the
see.
trenches. Scadaboo's
Mm,
not enough.
yeah, we'll see.
Um,
OSU, Oregon. Give me Oregon.
Nah,
Right.
Tennessee, Oregon. Ryan Day is
Okay.
allergic to the big game.
Fair
Still
enough.
give me Oregon. Tennessee's good. There's
Yeah.
like I feel like I have an SEC bias, which is like bad.
Yeah.
But gosh, Oregon is good, but Tennessee is big. And Iamaleava is really good.
Yeah.
Nah, give me Oregon. Penn State smokes Boise State. Um,
Mm, give me
stop.
Boise. Give me Boise.
Stop. Stop.
Genty, 400 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Stop. Okay,
No, like actually, I'm taking Boise.
I do have Notre Dame to beat Georgia.
I think Georgia's gonna win.
I
Is Carson Beck
as
playing? I don't really think it matters, but
I don't think he is. I'm not really an Irish fan, but something in me likes Marcus Freeman.
No, yeah, he's a great coach.
Um, and I want him to win that big game.
Yeah.
I want him to get a big dub. So
Mm.
for that reason, also like I feel like Kirby's declining a little bit.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
they haven't looked the same, especially on offense. Like their offense is pretty bad.
Hmm. Who else did
So
Georgia
give
lost to
me
Bama and who?
uh not
Miss Ole
Texas.
Miss. They got
Oh yeah,
destroyed by
Ole
Ole
Miss. They
Miss.
got smoked by Ole Miss.
Yeah, 28
Now
10.
granted, Notre Dame is like a very opposite team to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
is like the entire side of this bracket. Like
yeah.
SMU should not have gotten it. If Alabama was in the playoff, this would be so much more interesting.
Alabama Penn State would have been so sick. I think SMU should have gotten in.
Or
Uh,
Alabama Notre Dame
yeah, that would have been fire. Okay,
or
I think they had to put SMU in because if they don't, they set the precedent that conference championship games hurt your team. You know what I mean? Because like SMU deserved to get in before the conference championship game, and because they lost, if they kicked them out, they would have set that precedent for like the rest of the 12-team playoff. So
yeah, but
I'm fine
everybody
with that.
knows that they don't have to keep a precedent. They can just break
Yeah,
it whenever they want.
it's fair enough.
All right,
I
so
mean, I'd rather see that, man.
who's in the semifinal?
I got Oregon, Arizona State, Boise State, Georgia. Give me Georgia, Oregon. I mean, Oregon. I think Oregon's gonna win. Should I take Boise State
I
over Georgia?
no,
That'd be
you're
insane. Boise
psychotic.
State, Oregon championship game. That'd be so sick.
I've got so I actually have three different teams in the semifinal than you. I've got Texas, Oregon, and then Penn State, Notre Dame.
Hmm. Penn State Notre Dame semi is pretty sick. Hmm.
Give me Penn State.
To win it all.
No, they're gonna lose to Texas.
Okay. Penn State, Texas championship game.
Yeah, it would be kind of fire.
That would be. Hmm.
I like Drew Aller as much as he like kind of sucks.
No, I like Drew Allar too. I'm pretty sure he's going back after this year. Let me see.
Perhaps.
Yeah, he's returning next year to Penn State. Hmm. I thought he was gonna
That's
go first
that
round.
that's cool of him.
Yeah, really. Might have
Um,
gotten some money for chance, but
under the
yeah, I don't know.
table.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think Oregon's gonna win it
Um,
all. Oregon against Georgia, but
yeah.
we'll see.
Okay. So on to the like a fun question that's gonna like well I don't even think I have like a room to debate you on this. Are the
Okay.
Chiefs the worst 13-1 team ever?
Yes, bruh. Oh my, dude, okay. This is gonna be a funny comment. Dude, they like
Yeah.
legit could be 7-7 right now. It's insane.
No,
Holy
I saw
crap.
something that this like genuinely made me think like we could be 5-9. Now I
Okay.
don't I don't I don't think the I think the PI call against the Bengals was the correct call.
Yes,
Um I
but it's
and
like an
I and I
insanely lucky play.
and I don't think that the missed PI call in the Falcons game necessarily determines the game. So
Hmm. But
if
I
you
saw
take
in the
those two,
The Falcons game. Okay, wait, the Falcons game was decided on was it a 4th and inches that they ran like a horrible play call on?
yeah, to Bijan, and he got like
But
smoked by
the
Nick Bolton.
yeah, I watched this video. It was like counting the number of inches you might have watched it, counting the number of inches the Chiefs are, oh, like from being like
Yeah,
whatever, like
it's
7-6.
it's like the toe, uh,
The
the
toe,
blocked field goal,
the PI,
the
he
the
was like
the
three
field
inches
goal we
behind him.
made. Yeah, it's
The
like,
spot, the Bijan spot was like 2 inches short or whatever.
oh
And
yeah,
then what else? Like, yeah, the Denver, the blocked field goal.
so funny, dude.
Vegas, the fumble. Dude,
Uh,
I cannot believe Vegas fumbled that ball. Holy
dude,
crap.
Antonio Pierce disaster class. He just
Oh
like
my
wanted to lose that
God.
game.
It's literally insane. Of course,
Um,
the Chargers don't.
okay, so is it still a nuts take to say we're gonna win the Super Bowl?
I mean, no, like it's not.
Because because
Devil
I
magic
feel like
prevails over
yeah,
everything.
yeah. Well, that and like I feel like Mahomes is just bound to like lock in and like do some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Sorry, do some crazy stuff. Edit that out.
yeah, maybe. Hmm.
Um, like I don't know. We have the best defense in the league, which is so broken.
Do they really? Like in
Yeah,
terms of points per game?
yeah, I think so. Or we're close.
Uh,
We're close.
it's probably like
It's like
yards.
it's like adjusted some stat I saw of
Denver
like
and Chargers have
adjusted
really good
defense.
defenses.
Yeah. But the AFC West is like a defensive powerhouse, but we haven't broken 30 points all season.
Insane, bro.
So I feel like once DJ Humphries is like
Or
healthy,
one
we're
time, or
we're
you
bound to
haven't
just
gotten more
like,
than 30 points. You got 30 twice.
oh, who did we
Are you talking about allowed or scored?
scored?
Yeah, you scored 30 against Tampa and Carolina. But that's it. Like
Oh.
that's the most.
Oh wow. Tampa and Carolina.
Yeah,
Look at us
really.
go.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I just think like as long as nobody gets hurt in this like 3 game, 11-day stretch, um, I
Mhm.
think we've got a great like and something I will say is that there is an art to winning close games. And like we do
Yeah.
always, despite how close it ends up becoming, we do always put ourselves in a position to win for the most
Yeah,
part.
exactly.
Um, so like
Yeah. I mean,
there
good teams
is a
win close games.
yeah, there is a skill to that. So I'm not entirely behind the like, oh, well, if all your wins are by one score, that means you're not good. But at the same time, like you shouldn't be playing in a close game with the Panthers.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the
Um,
Raiders.
yeah.
Okay,
I
who else is?
mean,
I mean, Josh Allen since getting engaged is like the greatest football
s-
player on the planet.
yeah. That's the only
Um,
team I could see the Chiefs losing to. It's the Bills.
no, but he
I
can't beat
mean,
us in the playoffs. I could see us losing to the Eagles, the Lions, the Packers, or
well,
the
I'm
Commanders.
saying the AFC.
Oh, in
I
the
think you could
AFC.
lose. Yeah, yeah. Baltimore,
Um,
eh. I mean, Denver, that's the thing.
no,
Like, Denver almost beat you guys. Like, if they play a good game, I don't know.
I could see. Yeah, I don't think. I, I just love the fact that Allen will never beat us in the playoffs. Like I think that
Mm,
would be such a funny like career if he just
yeah. Is he 0 and
can't
3? I
ever. 0-2? No, 0
think it's 3.
mm,
Because you have
hold
first
on.
one, you have COVID year, you have
Gee,
insane 13 seconds, and then you have last year, right? I think he's 0 and 3.
okay. Okay, divisional round last year. We
You
beat
have
them.
the insane game, like the best game of all time, 13 seconds. Then you have the COVID year, which was like nobody really expected him to win, but he still lost.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah, so he's 0-3. And then they're like 3-1. He's 3-1 against us in the regular season.
mm,
Um,
damn.
but yeah, I could see us losing to either of the two good AFC West teams.
Yeah.
Um, Texans
The
probably aren't
playoff
gonna make the
picture,
playoffs.
it's pretty set right now as far as the teams. Like it's going to be Chargers, Denver, Baltimore, and the four division leaders. Like Chargers have 2 games on the next
Are
on
the
like
are
the
the
Colts and
Texans
Dolphins.
gonna make it into the playoffs?
Yeah, they're 9-5, so and the
They're
Colts are
not good,
16.
but I could
No,
see
they're not
us I could
good.
see us losing like we're not gonna lose to the Bills. We're not gonna lose to the Ravens. Um, I'm gonna say this
You
now,
can
and
I think
like
you can easily
Brentley's
lose
definitely
to
listening. Um,
mm, but go on.
yeah, no, obviously, like skill wise, we definitely can. Am I cutting out right now? Am I good?
No, you're good, you're good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Obviously, skill wise, we could lose to them. I think just like devil magic wise, I don't think we will.
Yeah.
Um, but Texans worry me. Broncos, Chargers
Really?
worry me. Um,
Bro.
yeah.
The Texans are so not good.
No, okay, okay. Hear me out though. Is CJ Stroud not the most like Mahomes beater kind of a guy?
I guess. I don't know.
I finally got a Mahomes jersey, by the way.
Really? Damn, it's about time. You get a red one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That's sick.
Yeah.
Um, hmm.
Um, all right, is there anything else of note in the NFC?
I mean, right now, the week 17 game between Detroit and Minnesota is gonna be insane. They're both 12 and 2. Um, maybe for the one seed. I don't know
The
if the Vikings
rivalry
win.
game?
Yeah, if the Vikings win, I don't know how that strength of schedule is gonna play out. So we'll have to see. Or I guess they're both 12 and 2. So if they win, they jump ahead of them if they both win out until then. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, the NFC North, both those teams are 12 and 2. Green Bay's 10 and 4. Right now, the playoff picture, Phillies are 12 and 2 as well. Washington's 9 and 5. They're the last seed in. Seattle's 8 and 6. You got what's it called? Falcons and Cardinals are 7 and 7. So I don't know. I really like how the NFC's playing out though. It's pretty fun. Like
Yeah, the
Minnesota's
NFC is
great,
more
which is awesome.
competitive.
Yeah, it's just more fun. I think the Rams are fun to watch. Detroit being great sick. I think Philly's really boring. I don't enjoy watching them play like at all. Um, I
Yeah.
honestly enjoy every NFC team in the playoff picture play except for Philly. I think they're just not fun to watch.
Yeah. The
Um,
Commanders are so fun to watch. Oh my
dude,
God.
they're so sick. They're so
Insane.
sick. Shout out Jaden Daniels. Gino's hurt though. I don't know how long he's out. Um,
Yeah.
but that could tank their
I saw
their
something
playoff
today.
chances.
There's like Sam Howell under the tweet that it's like I just became at work important at work and now it's
Hmm.
like ruining my life. It's
Oh
so
man,
funny.
yeah. But we'll see. I mean, do you think anybody's gonna beat Detroit? I don't think so. I mean, I
Who
know they
they
got kind
have?
of destroyed by the Bills, but
Yeah, that
um,
worries me about that. Like,
I think the Bills are just good, dude. Like they're, I don't know.
well, yeah, but okay. I guess like there's a chance based off of the schedules, there's a chance that the NFC, what is the conference? NFC North is just
North.
like inflated because they play bad teams and each other. Like
Uh,
there's a chance. Okay,
but
hear me out.
like the Lions have to play 4 games against the Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, okay, but what if they just all aren't that good?
The
Like, okay,
Detroit is, I
look
mean,
at look at this schedule or listen to this and like I'm honestly a little sussed out by it now that I'm looking at it because I was thinking the Lions are like probably gonna win the Super Bowl. But now I look at
mm,
this. Okay, Rams are solid, but they're certainly not good. Barely beat them in overtime.
mm,
Lost the Buccaneers. Beat the Cardinals, solid, certainly not
solid.
good. Uh, beat the Seahawks, solid, wouldn't call them great. Cowboys crushed them, terrible. Barely beat the Vikings. We don't know if they're good. Uh,
I
ti
don't know. It's 12 and
beat
2.
beat the Titans by a lot. Oh, I mean, it's the same thing with the Chiefs though. Like we
What do you
and the
mean?
Chiefs have actually beaten good teams. Like the Chiefs are 13 and 1, but they're not any good. Like beat the Packers. Like they're all kind of
I mean, I
like
don't know.
feeding off of themselves being good. Beat the Texans, who we just established aren't good. Beat the Jaguars, who are terrible. Beat the Colts, who aren't good. Beat the Bears, who aren't good. Beat the Packers, could be good, and then Bills hung 48 on them. Like
Yeah.
they really haven't played except for the Bills and then the Vikings and the Packers, who could also be benefiting from that same schedule. They really haven't played anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Philly's gonna leave the NFC, which is so boring.
Ah, it's so bad. Like, okay, the teams in the
They're
playoff picture that I don't enjoy watching, Philly and Pittsburgh. That's pretty much it. Like,
yeah.
every other team, like they're so boring. Oh my God. Like Jalen Hurts is
Josh Shapiro, your state sucks.
really, for real. But like, I like I don't. I like Jalen Hurts, but he's just not fun to watch. This is an insane hate just because I don't like watching them play. Like, I still think they're a good team, but I'm still, I don't know. I think Detroit will get out of there. Dan Campbell, he's sick. I think they'll get the 1 seed and they'll be all right. But who's Philly played? I'm pretty sure they play really bad teams. They play Washington, I guess, and then Dallas Giants, which would be 2 wins, but we'll see. If Washington wins, that'll be, oof, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh, scenes.
Yeah, but the Lions Minnesota Sunday night game in week 17 or week 18 is going to feed families. My gosh, it's gonna be sick.
Three
Was it?
12-2 teams is so sick.
I know it's awesome. Oh, it's at Detroit too. Nice. Hmm. Well, you got anything else to say about anything? We're at 45 minutes
Um,
right now, so good time.
oh wait, hold on. We have to talk about what's going on with LeBron real quick before we cut it off.
What's going on with LeBron?
Well, he's like stepping away from the Lakers, right?
I'm pretty sure, isn't he back with
Is
him?
that fake? Yeah,
I did see
returns
something
in
about that. I didn't really
LA.
look much into it, but
Why was he okay?
it was a
LeBron provides little insight in the
personal.
time away for personal reasons. Okay, but it's LeBron. Like I want to know what it was.
Exactly. We need to know everything about his personal life. Hmm.
I asked the people in my journalism class and they said, "Did he?"
They said, did he? Oh, he has to attend the did he?
Yeah, they said I was
Oh,
like I was
okay.
like I was like, "Oh, why is LeBron gone?" And they said, "Did he?"
We got taken to
So,
jail and he got bailed, but nobody knew about it. Thoughts?
dude, I
Thoughts?
would know
Thoughts?
about it, dude. They tell me everything.
I got
Are
you.
we
They
gonna,
can't get anything
dude?
past you.
What if we turn takes from the lakes into like conspiracy hour?
Yeah, LeBron went to jail. That's why he stepped away from the team.
Truth
Confirmed.
Social takes from the lakes edition.
Yo, Takes and
Sorry,
Lake's
that's
True
too good,
Social
man.
account would be insane. It would low key like do numbers.
Oh, oh, we
Oh
should
my
do
God.
that. Oh my gosh. Dude, somebody that I know, like super Republican
Mm.
in my future is gonna like dig through the podcast and hear this.
Be like, yo, did you do it?
Did you make a True
Man.
Social account?
Dude, I
And then
looked
they
for it. I couldn't
won't
find it.
know whether or not to like they won't know whether or not to like think that's a cool move or like disagree with me because they know we're trolling.
Yeah. Well, you openly admitted that you're trolling
What are
now,
we
so
talking
if
what
they're
are we
listening,
talking
then
about?
all right, yeah, we gotta get out of here. It's you gotta go to school tomorrow. Damn,
It's
I'm I got better things to do,
no, dude,
but
my mom's driving me to school tomorrow, so it's basically like I don't have to.
that's fair. You can nap, just like the old days, right?
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah,
The only reason I have to like go to sleep to go to school is so that I don't die on the car ride to school. But like other than that, I'm chilling.
yeah, I got you. But all right, that's all I got. Seems like it's all
Yeah.
we both got for that matter. But thank you guys for listening. If we don't do another pod before Christmas, which is up in the air, we wish you a Merry Christmas, or if you celebrate other holidays, Happy
Not if
Holidays.
you're on the naughty list.
Yep, if you're on the naughty list, not a Merry Christmas to you, but yeah, Happy Holidays to everyone, and catch you guys later. See ya.